When federal agents talk about the worst cases they've ever worked, there's one that makes even the most experienced investigators go silent. An operation so dark, so calculated, so evil, that it redefined what modern slavery looks like in America. Imagine an abandoned warehouse. Steel cages lined up in rows. Inside those cages, 81 human beings. Men, women, children. Each one with a number pinned to their clothing. Each one waiting to be sold. Not trafficked. Not smuggled. Sold. At auction. To the highest bidder. This isn't fiction. This happened 15 months ago in Nevada. And when FBI and ICE discovered it, they launched the most comprehensive anti-trafficking operation in federal history. Welcome to our channel, where we bring you the real stories behind America's most critical federal operations. Today, you're getting the full classified breakdown of Operation Iron Silence, the investigation that took down a $75 million human trafficking network and saved 238 lives. Before we dive into how this nightmare was exposed, I want to hear from you. What do you think the minimum sentence should be for anyone caught buying another human being? Drop your answer in the comments. This matters because what happened next will test everything you believe about justice. Let's go back to where this started. January 2023. FBI field office in Las Vegas receives anonymous email. Sender claims to have witnessed human auction. Detailed description. Location. Dates. Prices. Everything. Most anonymous tips led nowhere. But this one was different. Specifics were too accurate. Details too precise. Someone on the inside was reaching out. Special Agent Elena Rodriguez had 13 years investigating organized crime. She'd seen everything. Cartels, gangs, international smuggling. But organized auctions selling people? That was unprecedented territory. The informant identified himself 3 days later. Name, Thomas Chen. Age, 31. Former security contractor hired to protect auction sites. He'd worked 6 events over 9 months. What he witnessed destroyed him psychologically. They had children separated from parents, Chen told FBI in recorded testimony. Families begging to stay together. Buyers walking between cages like shopping at a pet store. I couldn't stay silent anymore. Chen provided everything. Locations of 7 holding facilities. Names of 12 organizers. Financial records. Buyer contact information. Transportation routes. Security protocols. Evidence that would normally take years to gather, handed over in weeks. Quick question for everyone. If you were in Chen's position, would you risk your life to become an informant? Takes real courage. Let me know your thoughts below. The network structure. Intelligence revealed sophisticated operations spanning 4 states. Acquisition. Victims recruited through false job advertisements in Central America, Eastern Europe, Southeast Asia. Promise factory work, hospitality positions, construction jobs. All fabricated. Transportation. Smuggled across multiple entry points. False documentation. Corrupt officials. Professional logistics network. Some victims flew commercial airlines with fake papers. Others crossed borders hidden in vehicles. Processing centers. 9 facilities identified. Warehouses modified with holding cells. Medical examinations conducted. Photographs taken. Victims categorized by age, appearance, skills, language abilities. The auctions. Bi-monthly events. Rotating locations across Nevada, Arizona, California. Invitation only. Entry fee, $75,000 just to attend. Catalog distributed 10 days before each event. Pricing model. Children ages 5 to 11, $90,000 to $180,000. Adolescent females 12 to 17, $70,000 to $140,000. Adult females 18 to 35, $35,000 to $85,000. Adult males 18 to 50, $18,000 to $50,000. The organization. Gross $75 million over 18 months. Industrial scale, human commodification operating in American heartland. Building federal case. FBI established joint task force with ICE. Homeland Security investigations. DA contributed financial tracking expertise. ATF provided weapons trafficking intelligence. This became true interagency collaboration. Financial forensics traced. Money flows. Shell corporations. Offshore accounts. Real estate purchases. Luxury vehicle transactions. The trafficking organization moved money like Fortune 500 company. Surveillance operations. Began on 14 locations simultaneously. 24-hour monitoring. Tracking vehicle movements. Documenting personnel. Building patterns. Identifying vulnerabilities. Chin war recording devices. To next two auctions. Audio captured everything. Auctioneer describing victims. Buyers negotiating prices. Organizers discussing logistics. Victims pleading for help. Irrefutable evidence of modern slavery. But Rodriguez wanted more than evidence. She wanted total destruction. Every victim freed. Every criminal arrested. Every asset seized. Complete annihilation of entire network. That required perfect timing and overwhelming force. Tell me, how long do you think it should take to plan a raid this complex? Days? Weeks? Your answer might surprise you when you hear what actually happened. Target date selected. May 23, 2024. Intelligence confirmed next auction scheduled at abandoned factory complex outside Reno, Nevada. 81 victims expected. 63 buyers registered. 29 security personnel contracted. FBI hostage rescue team took tactical lead. ICE Special Response Team provided assault support. Local Reno Police SWAT contributed additional operators. Total force: 217 federal agents and tactical personnel. The challenge was immense. Factory complex covered 32,000 square feet. Multiple buildings connected. Dozens of rooms. Countless exit points. Armed security throughout. Victims centrally located surrounded by a hostile environment. One mistake could trigger bloodbath. HRT Commander David Martinez had 22 years experience in high-risk operations. He'd led raids against terrorist cells, cartel compounds, hostage situations. This ranked among most complex he'd ever planned. We're hitting a fortified position with 81 hostages surrounded by armed criminals. Martinez briefed his team. Margin for error is 0. We execute perfectly or people die. That's not happening on my watch. Planning consumed 6 weeks. Every detail analyzed. Mock-ups constructed. Full-scale rehearsals conducted at FBI training facility. Every operator knew exactly where to move, what to do, how to respond to any contingency. Medical teams prepared for mass casualty scenario. Trauma surgeons staged. Ambulances positioned. Hospitals notified. Translators arranged for 17 languages. Victim specialists coordinated. Immigration attorneys briefed. This wasn't just tactical operation. This was humanitarian rescue mission. Execution. May 23, 2024. 9:13 p.m. Surveillance confirmed. Auction in full progress. High-end vehicles filling parking areas. Security scanning perimeter with night vision. Inside, victims displayed in wire cages. Buyers examining catalog listings. Auctioneer at podium. Hell unfolding in real time. 9:17 p.m. All teams reported ready. Final communications check. Every exit sealed. No escape routes available. Federal perimeter absolute. 9:20 p.m. Execute command given. 7 simultaneous breach points. Flashbangs detonate. Blinding light. Overwhelming sound. Complete disorientation. Federal agents flood interior. FBI! Get down! Hands where we can see them. Chaos erupts instantly. Security personnel reach for weapons. Fatal error. HRT operators already targeting them. Drop them now. 17 security guards neutralized. In under 60 seconds. Tossed, tackled, disarmed. 0 shots fired. Surgical precision. Buyers panic. Scattering in every direction. Every direction blocked. ICE agents at every exit. Wealthy criminals in expensive suits face down on factory floor. Zip-tied. Searched. Their money meaningless now. Auction organizers attempt destroying evidence. Smashing servers. Burning files. Agents already on them. Everything preserved. Computers seized intact. Financial records secured. Documents photographed. Evidence chain maintained perfectly. Here's what I want to know, watching. Federal agents execute raids like this with 0 casualties. Does it restore your faith in law enforcement? Or should they be even more aggressive with traffickers? Tell me in comments. The rescue operation. Priority always remain victims. Tactical teams move through cage areas systematically. Heavy-duty bolt cutters slicing industrial locks. You're safe now. We're FBI. This is rescue. You're going home. Victim reactions vary dramatically. Some collapsed sobbing. Some stood catatonic, unable to process sudden freedom. Some screamed, thinking this was trick. Years of trauma shattered ability to trust anyone. Medical teams entered immediately. Triage assessment for every victim. Injuries documented. Immediate medical care provided. 81 people. Liberated. Ages ranging from 6 to 51. Nationalities from 22 countries. All in prison. All about to be auctioned. All now free. The emotional weight was crushing. Federal agents, trained for violence, found themselves crying. Small children clinging to operators. Families separated in different cages, discovering each other. Mothers reunited with sons. Fathers finding daughters. The joy mixed with horror of how close they came to permanent separation. Transportation organized rapidly. Ambulances for critical cases. Buses for ambulatory victims. Everyone transported to secure federal facility. Complete medical evaluation. Psychological assessment. Immigration processing. Victim services coordination. The rescue phase continued 4 hours beyond. Tactical completion. 63 buyers arrested at scene. 29 security personnel secured. 14 auction staff detained. 3 organizers captured attempting escape. Total arrests at primary location. 109 people. The buyer demographics shocked even experienced investigators. Corporate CEOs. Real estate developers. Entertainment industry professionals. 2 licensed physicians. 1 elected county supervisor. 1 retired police officer. People projecting respectability while participating in human slavery. Evidence collection continued through night and following week. Factory complex thoroughly documented. Financial records analyzed. Computer systems forensically examined. Phones and devices searched. Vehicles inventoried. Everything cataloged for prosecution. Intelligence from seized devices exposed larger network. 6 additional holding facilities. 3 more auction sites. Evidence of international trafficking partnerships spanning 12 countries. Follow-up operations executed over next week. Coordinated raids across Nevada, Arizona, California, Texas, New Mexico. Simultaneous strikes on 19 locations. Final operational results. Total victims rescued, 238 people. Total arrests, 157 traffickers, buyers, facilitators. Cash seized, $31 million. Property seized, 47 buildings and land parcels. Vehicles seized, 83 luxury and commercial vehicles. Network status, completely dismantled. Let me ask you something. 238 human lives rescued. Was the cost of this investigation justified? Government spent tens of millions. Worth every penny? Share your perspective. Federal prosecution. U.S. attorneys filed federal charges against all 157 defendants. multiple felony counts each, human trafficking, slavery conspiracy, money laundering, kidnapping, RICO violations, enhanced penalties due to child victims. Trials commenced November 2024. Evidence was overwhelming. Recorded auction proceedings, victim testimony, financial documentation showing $75 million in revenue. Defendant communications planning kidnappings and sales. Lead organizer, James Whitmore, age 53, presented himself as logistics consultant, actually orchestrated entire trafficking empire. Prosecutors presented methodical case. Audio recordings of Whitmore discussing victim acquisitions. Financial records linking him to every transaction. Communications showing he directed all operations. He was architect and commander. Defense argued Whitmore merely facilitated property rentals. Had no knowledge of trafficking. Jury deliberated 4 hours. Guilty. All 89 counts. Sentence: life without parole plus 240 years. Federal Supermax prison. He'll never see freedom again. Buyers received varied sentences based on participation level. Those who purchased multiple victims, 40 to 60 years. First-time buyers who cooperated, 25 to 35 years. The county supervisor got 65 years. Public official engaged in slavery, enhanced penalty appropriate. Security contractors who cooperated early received reduced sentences, 18 to 20 years. Those who resisted, 38 to 50 years. Thomas Chun, the security contractor turned informant, received complete immunity and entered witness protection program. His courage saved 238 lives. He'll live remainder of life with new identity in undisclosed location. True American hero. One more question for you. Should people who buy human beings receive same sentences as people who sell them? Or different levels? I genuinely want your opinion. Comment below. The 238 rescued victims entered comprehensive federal support programs, full medical care, trauma counseling, legal representation, immigration assistance for foreign nationals, job training programs, housing support, educational opportunities, everything necessary for recovery and life rebuilding. Some victims chose voluntary repatriation, returning to home countries with federal assistance. Others pursued asylum, remaining in the United States, starting new lives. All received unwavering support regardless of path chosen. Operation Iron Silence became blueprint for future anti-trafficking operations. FBI and IC developed enhanced training protocols, new investigation techniques, improved victim services coordination. Congress allocated additional funding for trafficking task forces nationwide. The Reno factory complex was demolished. Property transformed into Memorial Park. Monument honoring freed victims. Plaques recognizing federal agents who rescued them. Permanent reminder that modern slavery exists, and that federal power destroys it. James Whitmore sits in ADX Florence Supermax. Concrete cell. 23 hours daily lockdown. Surrounded by terrorists and cartel leaders. His trafficking empire erased. His victims free. His wealth forfeited. His life finished. Justice served. Permanently. Those 238 rescued victims continue rebuilding lives. Some flourishing. Some struggling. All free. Federal protection ongoing. Support services remain available. Recovery is measured in years, not months. But they're no longer commodities. No longer caged. No longer for sale. They're free because federal agents risked everything to save them. This is what happens when FBI and IC target human trafficking networks. Exhaustive investigation. Flawless execution. Complete victory. Every victim saved. Every criminal arrested. Justice delivered without compromise. Final question. What aspect of this operation impressed you most? The investigation? The tactical execution? The rescue? Or the prosecution? Let me know in comments below. If you believe human trafficking deserves maximum federal response, hit that like button. If you want more real federal operations and classified breakdowns, subscribe to our channel. We expose the truth others won't touch. Remember, modern slavery exists in America today, but federal power exists to destroy it. And federal power always wins. Thanks for watching. Stay informed. Stay vigilant. Never stop demanding justice.